Hi everyone, welcome to another exciting EDQUEST learning session on MLOps. I'm your instructor and I'm thrilled to be your guide on this journey where we connect machine learning with modern DevOps practices. Today we are dividing in model deployment with Kubernetes, a super important skill for every MLOps engineer. Don't worry if you are new to Kubernetes or containers, we are going to break things down in the most digestible way possible. So let's jump right in with the first topic, Kubernetes architecture. So what is Kubernetes? Kubernetes is like an operating system for your containerized application. It helps you deploy, scale, and manage application easily. The architecture is split into two major parts, the control plane and the worker nodes. The control plane which makes global decisions. The worker nodes where your containerized application actually run together. They form a distributed system that automates deployment, scaling, and operations of application together. Let's start with control plane. This is the brain of cluster and includes Kube API server, the front door to Kubernetes. All requests, whether the CLI, dashboard, or internal components, go through here. Kube controller manager or controller manager runs various controllers like the replica set controller that ensures the desired state matches the actual state. Kube scheduler watches the unscheduled pods and assign them to the most appropriate node. etcd, a lightweight key value store that saves the entire cluster state. It's the system of record for Kubernetes. Cloud controller manager. It is an optional. If you're running a cloud environment, it handles the specific control logic like managing load balancers and volumes. Now let's move to worker nodes, where the real work happens. Each node runs with the kubelet, kube proxy, and CRI, that is a container runtime. Kubelet talks to control plane and ensures containers are running in the pods as expected. Kube proxy handles networking. It routes traffic to the appropriate pods based on the IPs and services. CRI or container runtime. Like container or Docker, this is what actually runs your containers. Now let's combine it all together. Let's say a user submit a request for deployment of pod. The request directly goes to Kube API server, then it transferred to the etcd database and it stores the request whatever the user has sent. Then scheduler get that information, pick the request and finds a suitable node to deploy it. Then after that it is the responsibility of controller manager which fulfill the request and spin up a pod on the node. On the worker node, kubelet pulls the container image using the container runtime, then runs it. For maintaining the communication, kube proxy makes sure that network traffic reaches it. And that's the official Kubernetes architecture. From the control decisions to container execution, every piece plays a role. Next, we will understand the Kubernetes with a real life example. So let's understand Kubernetes architecture by stepping into a busy burger restaurant. Imagine this, you are running a popular burger joint. Customers are lining up, orders are flying in, and everything needs to be perfectly organized to keep things flowing. Well, that's exactly how Kubernetes works. It helps manage many containers, just like burgers, across many machines like kitchen stations. Let's break it down using the Kubernetes architecture diagram, but in burger restaurant terms. The big picture, the restaurant is your Kubernetes cluster made up of front office, that is a control plane, where all decisions are made. The kitchen area, worker nodes, where actual burgers are prepared. Control plane, the management team. This is where managers and coordinators sit. They don't cook, but they decide everything about how kitchen should operate. Let's meet them. API server. That is an order counter. Customer walk in and place orders here. In Kubernetes, this is the API server, the only gateway into the system. Anyone talks to Kubernetes via this counter. Next, scheduler, task assigning manager. Once the order is received, someone needs to assign it to the right chef. That's the scheduler. It picks the worker node, will cook the order based on the availability and the capacity. Next, controller manager. That is an operation supervisor. This person ensures orders are fulfilled. If a chef goes on a break or forgets an order, the controller manager steps in and restores the desired state, like reassigning a missing task. Example, if you say, I want 3 burgers, always being made, and one chef stops, the controller manager hires or reassigns another chef to restore the balance. Then comes etcd. It is a recipe book or a whiteboard. Every restaurant has a book of recipes and current order tracking. etcd is that book, a key value store with cluster configuration, current status and desired status. Now let's move into the kitchen. Each worker node is like chef station, fully equipped to make and serve dishes. Inside worker node, kubelet, the head chef. This component listens to manager and ensures the order get prepared. It watches over the station and ensures containers or say pod are running as expected. Pods, the burger orders. Each pod is a single food order. It might contain a one burger, a single container, or even combo meal, a multiple container. These are the smallest units of work in Kubernetes. Then comes the container runtime. That is a cooking tool. You need a grill or a fryer to make food. In Kubernetes, Docker or Containerd is the actual cooking tool that runs container inside the pod. Next comes the kube proxy, the waiter. This waiter helps route customers' request to the right chef. It also does load balancing so that no single chef gets overwhelmed with all the orders. So if we put all together, you tell Kubernetes via API server, I want 3 ML model server runnings. The scheduler picks which worker nodes can handle them. Then controller manager watches to ensure they stay running. Then kubelet inside each node makes sure the order is cooked. Kube proxy ensures customers reaches to the right burgers. etcd keeps the note of all orders and setups. It's the ultimate source of truth. We can do a recap of mapping like restaurant concept and Kubernetes component. So if we say the burger joint is a Kubernetes cluster, order counter is a API server, task manager is a scheduler, operation manager is controller manager, whiteboard and recipes, that is etcd, chef station worker node, head chef kubelet, burger box is a pod, cooking tools is a container runtime, kube proxy is a waiter. Alright, I hope that helped demystify the magic behind Kubernetes using a simple burger restaurant story. Now that you understand the architecture, in our next session, we will get hands-on and actually set up a Kubernetes cluster either on your own machine or using a cloud provider. So get ready to open the doors to your very own burger joint. I mean your own ML deployment infrastructure. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.